We all know that person. The one who demolishes an entire pizza and a pint of ice cream and somehow doesn't gain a single ounce. Meanwhile, you just look at a donut and feel like your pants got tighter. So what's their secret? A crazy fast metabolism? A deal with the devil? Or is there something scientific going on that the rest of us can learn from? Well, today we're uncovering the truth about those genetic lottery winners who seem to eat whatever they want. The myth of the fast metabolism. The first thing we always assume is, oh, they just have a fast metabolism. And while it's true that our basal metabolic rate, the energy your body burns just to exist, varies from person to person, the differences usually aren't as massive as you'd think. For most people, a naturally high metabolism is rarely enough to cancel out thousands of extra calories day after day. So if it's not just a fast metabolism, what is the real secret? The answer is way more fascinating, and it's hiding in our DNA and our daily habits. And while your genes aren't your destiny, they play a huge part. In fact, current research suggests genetics can account for 40% to 70% of the variation in a person's risk for obesity. The reality. The scientific revelation. So what does winning the genetic lottery actually mean? It isn't a single skinny gene. Instead, scientists have found over 500 different gene variants that can influence our body weight. Some of these, like a gene called MC4R, work like a switch in your brain that controls hunger. Certain versions of this gene can make you feel full and satisfied for longer, so you naturally eat less without even realizing it. On the flip side, other gene variants, like the FTO gene, can ramp up your hunger hormones, leaving you feeling less full after meals. But it gets even cooler. Genetics don't just mess with our hunger signals, they also influence our subconscious movements. This brings us to a crucial concept, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. NEAT is all the energy you burn doing things that aren't exercise, like fidgeting, pacing on a phone call, or even just standing instead of sitting. It turns out the difference in NEAT between two people can be huge, sometimes adding up to several hundred calories a day. Some people are just genetically wired to move more. They're the fidgeters, the walkers, the people who just can't sit still. And all those tiny, seemingly meaningless movements add up to a major calorie burn over time. For example, working at a standing desk instead of sitting can burn an extra 10 to 50 calories an hour, depending on your body size. That might not sound like much, but over a year, it can add up to several pounds of fat burned without a single trip to the gym. So that friend who seems to eat so much, they might just be burning it all off with hundreds of tiny movements you don't even notice. The solution. The empowering takeaway. Okay, so you can't go back and choose new parents. But here's the good news. You don't have to. While you can't change your genes, you can absolutely steal the strategies that give these genetic lottery winners their edge. First, make a conscious effort to increase your NEAT. You don't have to start running marathons. Just find more excuses to move. Take the stairs, park a little further from the store, pace around during phone calls, or set a reminder to get up and stretch every hour. These small changes really do compound, turning your body into a more active furnace throughout the day. Second, focus on the quality of your food, not just the quantity. Lean proteins and high-fiber foods are your new best friends. Your body actually burns more calories just digesting protein, up to 30% of the protein's calories, in fact. Protein also helps you build muscle. And the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn around the clock, even when you're just sitting on the couch. Third, eat mindfully. A lot of people who seem to eat whatever they want aren't actually eating as much as we think. They tend to eat more slowly, listen to their body's fullness cues, and stop when they're satisfied, not stuffed. It's not about fighting your body, it's about understanding it. If this breakdown helped you see weight management in a new light, let me know down in the comments. And for more videos that break down the science of your health, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. At the end of the day, being able to eat freely without gaining weight isn't magic. It's a complex mix of genetics influencing our appetite and our subconscious drive to keep moving. For most of us, unlimited pizza probably isn't in the cards. But the real secret isn't some mythical fast metabolism. It's a lifestyle of constant, low-level activity and building a body that's strong and metabolically active. You might not have won the genetic lottery, but by understanding the rules of the game, you can definitely improve your odds.